What's good, gang? I'm going to give everybody a second. Come on in, come on in. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to do a check-in, the general energy for everybody. It's going to be a collective. Oh, thank you. Thank you, girl. First off, she did an excellent job, but I was there till 11:30, right? And then to drive home, and right? My vision. So that was a trip, but I absolutely love it. And I am going to be putting out her information for those people that are in the area should they want to check her out. What's good, Tawanda? Thank you. I'm going away Friday, and I do not want to be responsible for doing hair, right? And like this, all I gotta do is sleep with a bonnet, and I could keep it pushing, right? So, which I already sleep with a bonnet, so it's But anyway, hi guys, what's going on, my peoples? I wanted to get into what is going on. What's good, Elizabeth? I do want to say this. Y'all might be noticing that the tide was changing. Because the tide is changing, there's going to be more push now. All right? So, we're going to talk about some things. Mars retrograde ended. Okay? So Mars has come out of the retrograde. It's in Cancer. It has to move forward to go into Leo, where it was initially when the retrograde began. And it will not be in Aries until like mid-April. I think it's like April 17th. Okay, so we've got a minute. And Venus retrograde starts on the 1st. So what you might be encountering right now may feel like there's some things that are being moved around or forward motion on things that were put on pause. Okay? And that probably is now setting you up for a little bit of forward motion. But on the other side of that, Grand Rising Empress, on the other side of that, we also have a little pushback energy, right? So we're going to talk about all of this, all right? First, what we're going to do is we're going to get a general energy because I feel like now that things are about to start going forward. Let me put it like this. Mars retrograde came to an end. Mars rules Aries. Okay? And it's coming out of Cancer to go into Leo, another fire sign. Where's Venus retrograding at? Aries. Okay? What is Venus retrograde in Aries? It is like a little bit of an aggressive love. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at how those two things are gonna be working together, and I want to say something. What's good, unforgettable Earth Angel? Before, I was saying that it wasn't time yet for us to push back, that we were to stay still, that we were to absorb what was happening, that we were to like transmute and try to understand. Now action is coming. because the action is coming, the What's Good Project execute. I am vacate ready, honey. I got like two or three more things to do. Because they can, the opposition can feel pushback is coming. They're gonna get more aggressive, but in this aggressiveness, they're gonna get sloppy. So it's called overreach. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna pull the general energy to start with. We're gonna take a look. Yeah. Spirit, can you show me, please? What is the collective energy? Thank you. All right, I'll take that as a sign that you want some incense lit. Here we go. All right. Is it lit all the way? Okay, that one did it. All right. Let's look at these two cards that are out here. We have Totemic Puma, Power Awakening. And that's what I'm saying. What's good? It's the little things, right? That there is, now that we went through this stage of storing up frequency, it's go time, right? And the other one is called Kanyini. In each other, we find ourselves. Well, now, I feel like Spirit got a mouthful because it's the othering that got us here. Thank you, my love, for the gifts. I feel like right now there's a thing about maybe prematurely, maybe people aren't coming together just yet. Come together right now, right? What's good, Rose? Right? I feel like what's happening is there's a recognition that there is like, oh, we're all affected. Like, oh, it's a caste system. Okay, so before the coming together happens, realizations have to happen, right? That's the action that's being taken this week in the break between Mars retrograde and the beginning of Venus retrograde, which is happening on March 1st. Okay, so that's the groundwork of this reading. Let's read what Spirit has to say. Card number 3 came out. I am Puma. With you, I awaken the vigorous energy, fire, fierce power, and ability to act without hesitation when the moment is right. My patience and strategy, my preparation and precision, my fearlessness and decisiveness are now your own. Allow my sacred medicine to fill your soul and bring courage to your heart. You have come into your power. Okay? What's good, Vanjie? Thank you, honey. So here it is. This is what Spirit's saying. The lioness's instinctual reflexes are now at play. Okay? They are now at play. Let me read the prayer. Puma, spirit of the sun, fire of the earth, you are fierceness and intelligent use of power, embodied in sacred feminine form. Your presence awakens the power within my soul, and I leave doubt and fear behind. I am patient. I am determined. I shall not be swayed from my purpose. Procrastination and hesitation are no longer part of the way. I embrace your gifts for the greatest good. With your certainty, I find my conviction renewed. It is not a question of if, but a question of when. My spirit attainment is inevitable, so be it. Okay, so first off, Spirit's on some gangster boogie, right? What it is that if you ever watch like a documentary with like lionesses, okay, they're the real hunters, all right? So let's say their prey goes up in a tree, but they can't traverse the tree. They're going to sit at the bottom of that fucking tree. The stillness, right? The determination, right? Golden fur, shimmering copper in the sunlight, heat pulsing beneath their skin, a waves of contained energy are ready to be channeled in clean action at the right moment. Lean and powerful muscle, watchful, steady gaze, no thought or distraction, just pure focus. The power rises within, and the moment to leap is here. Action, aliveness, the wisdom of bold aliveness within. Hesitation is within my soul, and is the wisdom of bold aliveness without hesitation is within my soul, and I claim it. Okay, so what Spirit is saying is that there's going to be a moment where many are going to be called to spring to action, and that there will be no hesitation in this. It may be something that has to do with a feminine. Okay, you also have Kayini 42, which reduces to a 6. So it's 3 and basically like 6. Okay, so that's a duplication, a doubling up of a frequency. Double up, pour it in the cup, right? In each other, we find ourselves. There is a spiritual purpose that only you can fulfill. As you move forward on your journey, you create space for others to move along behind you. And as the ones ahead of you move forward, so too does room open up for your expansion. Upon this earth, we are all building the sacred temple, each fulfilling our tasks as we assist and support each other in our collective divine mission. How can you help with your heart most actively engage? What can you offer with this, which inspires and energizes you so much that others are uplifted in your presence? How can you receive from others joyful, bringing them pleasure, engaging in giving and receiving deeply with devotion? Your wisdom and openness to life generates healing for our earth. So basically, Spirit's talking about the activation of the lighthouses and how we are like a grid. And I have been talking about, at least for 3 years, the 100 monkey theory, where I'm going to say it really fast. There was a group of scientists. They took 100 monkeys. They were feeding them basically dirty yams. Then they taught one of the monkeys to wash his yam. When he realized that if he washed it in the ocean, that it not only cleaned it, but it also flavored it because of the salt, the monkeys started to teach the other 100 monkeys. But what scientists recognized was, at a certain point, when they hit the 100 monkeys and all the monkeys there knew how to do this, scientists were reporting in other parts of the world that monkeys were also washing their food, meaning that there was an all consciousness, right? So when does it become a tipping point for the all consciousness, right, to switch our way of thinking towards humanity, right? Okay. Hi, Christina. I am not doing personal questions today, but if you check out the link in my bio, you can book a short one with me. Right now, we're going to just do the general energy and what's going on for the collective. Okay. So the prayer for this, because I feel like we're hitting the tipping point now. May all beings know peace, divine love, and merciful protection. May each one of us know true belonging and fulfill our sacred purpose with open hearts and willing minds. So be it. Spirit just said the names of the nameless. So for those of you that studied the Bible, I was raised heavily in Catholicism, although I consider myself to be spiritual. There's so many names in the Bible, Jacob and Samuel and right? But think of all the names that are not in the Bible. Think of all the nameless. Okay? So now it feels like we are tapping into the frequency of the ancestors on a different, it's like a collective call for humanity. Okay? And listen, for some people, that's not going to be what they, they want to come in and be like, hey, does, so-and-so, want to get with me or whatever. Listen, right now, we need to focus on becoming a tuning fork. Okay? And linking up spiritually with like-minded individuals so that we can bring forth the type of reality. Y'all want to talk about manifestation? Let's manifest us being in a place where humanity and life is valued. All right, we're not even going to waste no time. We're going to get right into the tarot. I want to see what Spirit wants to tell us about what all is going on. And I want to say, listen, a lot of things have occurred. A lot of things are being pushed through. What's good, Jessa? A lot of things are being pushed through. A lot of repressive things. Do you know why this is occurring? Because we were sleepwalking. And that's how we got here. Okay? And now the more jarring our present reality is, the more we are faced with the choice of what we shall do. How we shall respond. Thank you for the gift, my love. Right. So basically, what Spirit is saying is that when I move, you move, just like that. That shit is coming. Spirit, can you show me? Six of Swords. Okay, there is feels like a feminine traversing some type of daunting territory. You got the Eight of Pentacles crossed. All right, here we go. We know that they've been cutting out things. I feel like in the states that will go along, it feels like they're taking Head Start away, so that the women, right, can't you know what I'm saying? Right? It also feels like, they already had that thing about if you're married and your name, you changed your name, they're trying to pass it so you won't be able to vote, right? So this feels like an assault, right, on the freedoms. But whatever this is, it's not just to taking a head start. It's that immediately when that happens, there will be losses of jobs. Okay? I'm also getting 3, 3, 3. So this could mean three situations of women, or I guess it could be men too, right? 3 situations. You've been under a rock. Yeah. 3 situations that put children in danger. Like, the mother is so desperate to go to work because if not, she'll be evicted, that she leaves them in the car. And then, a situation arises from that, right? It feels like 3 separate situations. And they may be in different places. Hey, Jaylee, okay? That could cause Anger. Thank you. Okay, so it brings attention to something. You got Temperance here. Okay. King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. This is the Emperor has no clothes. Do you see? This is not a personal reading. This is a collective. Right? Right now, we're doing a reading on what is going on in the collective and how Spirit is organizing a situation for a response, if you follow. So, first card came out with the Six of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. We've been here before. We have traversed this territory before. Okay, Page of Cups. And we've done it with less. We've done it with less. Right? There is some form of confrontation that is coming. Two of Wands. People will have to choose, in essence, what they believe in some way. Ten of Wands, and it will be a trying season. I feel like this season happens in the second half of March, maybe into April. Page of Wands, okay? There could be some missteps. Nine of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. I feel like these missteps may be people not expecting certain groups to come together right now, right? So let's clarify the Six of Swords, Spirit, with the Seven of Swords, right? So this is also to create fear, right? You could be the Six of Swords, right? Nothing right now physically is happening, and yet there's like this intense anxiety to make people afraid, right? Or it could be seen the reverse, as you thinking you're safe, and yet there is danger, right? At the bottom of the deck, though, I feel like the ancestors are very much here. You got the Judgment card coming out here. I feel like this is also, I'm going to show each camera. You see there are people, different shores or different boats, okay? I feel like this is like a global reaction in some way, okay, to some type of power, or somebody trying to count the coins. All right, disrupting some type of system, or the Four Wands, or the Four Pillars, the 1111, the peace and harmony, right? And the Sun over ego, right? But not only that, but they're playing in our faces right in front, right? We know what it is. Okay, so you got the Eight of Pentacles coming out here across, right? Also, no bullshit. You know how we've been talking about how the egg prices is crazy? This very morning, right before I came on, they was talking about the egg prices is going to go up 42% more. Okay, so if that was the determining factor for a vote, boy, shock and awe. Talk about shock and awe. Okay, there's some places where they're paying between $8 and $12. Okay, now, so if it's 42%, you're talking about maybe a 20 spot. A 20 spot for a dozen of eggs? Shit. Okay, Spirit, why is this Eight of Pentacles here with the King of Swords? Do you know who the King of Swords is? Okay, there is somebody sitting in that chair, right? I believe that eggs is bad for me too at that price, right? Okay, so who's sitting in that chair is a Gemini. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius represent this King of Swords right here. Do you see the Eight of Pentacles cross? What does that mean? They also said that people, if you think that they already got rid of a whole bunch of people, massive layoffs. I'm going to say this as well. If you don't have a specific trade, and even then, it's going to be difficult because they want to give those positions to other people. Okay? You understand? And they would also like to shuffle the people of color or the people in the lower part of the caste system to go work in a different sector, which is why they got rid of certain people. Do you understand? Is everybody following what I'm trying to say? Because I be trying to talk in specific ways because TikTok be tripping. And TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. But you understand what I'm saying? Right? And I'm going to say something. Y'all could check it out. Our numbers as to who's in prison right now have dropped. Right? Less offenses and less laws, criminalizing certain things, right? That were nonviolent to begin with, right? So now that the numbers are going down, and if in the Constitution, the only people that are mandated to basically give free labor or back to some type of, I'm trying not to use the word, guys, servitude, right? Is if they're in prison, then they need a new prison force, correct? Right? So massive, I feel like by the end of March, even more people get put out. Okay? 5 of Pentacles, this causes a situation, as they say in the hood, with a 7 of Wands. Okay? All right, now you doing too much. You being too busy, right? And then the 4 of Cups, right? And then they're going to try to say, but we're doing it for your own good. Here, drink this, drink the Kool-Aid. And people are like, hell no, we ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. We're about to run up in your shit. Okay. All right, 2 of Cups. Spirit, can you show me, please? With the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Cups with the Queen of Swords. All right. Look, there's a queen that or something that got something up her sleeve. Okay. And you see how he's pushing or leaning forward over the line, right? And I said something about encroaching or overstepping, right? And I said something about the female traversing difficult situation, right? And the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands can be like the masculine equipment, but I'm seeing it more like overzealousness. Okay. Right, 9 of Cups, like just kind of being and these two could be 2 people, 2 males that have come into an alignment to do something, and they're just running rampant, firing people. Right? And it's just their will and their passion. Now, also, internationally, Starman, or as they say on TikTok, the muskrat, they're reporting outside of here with the Associated Press and BBC and all these other international papers are reporting that the muskrat or Starman is high as a kite they're reporting using ketamine, mushrooms, you know, and in the words of Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Right? So now this person, and I saw this one creator that was like, is it that Starman is blackmailing this person? And I say no. I feel like it's the person above Starman that is doing that. I feel like Starman is looking out for his own interests, and he partners with somebody else as well, the same person that is above. And that same person is in a conflict with somebody else in another country. Okay? You see, look, they restricted because even what I said already. Okay? So Queen of Swords, right? Yeah, it is on YouTube. Right? So you got the Queen of Swords here. And, you know, I ain't say no names. Right? I ain't say no names. What's good, divine leaders? I ain't say no names. I ain't say, okay, I might have named some substances. But the news is reporting that he's on those substances. I'm not, you know, right? Temperance, right? Purple haze running through my brain, right? And he be looking whacked, right? Look, Temperance with the Knight of Swords, right? And the ancestors have been asking us to be still, to just wait, to hold on to your love, right? And now it's about to be go time. I feel like there's a reaction. And this could be a youth. I also heard youth. Okay. Queen of Swords, Spirit wife, with the Nine of Wands, and the Fool coming out crossed, and the Page of Pentacles. There's this is America. Don't catch me tripping on. Don't let me tripping on, right? So you got the Queen of Swords coming out here with the Nine of Wands. This is the Resistance. The Fool crossed. We're not asleep anymore. Okay. There's fear though, right? But we gonna overcome that because Page of Pentacles, too much is on the line. Okay. Four of Pentacles with the King of Cups. This same King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So it's basically saying that somebody is trying to enrich themselves. Okay. And they are enriching themselves, but there's Eight of Wands happens here with the Page of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles. So although we might be slower in rectifying something because of bureaucracy, if these people think that they're not being watched, they are, because the Moon card is here. Okay, they do succeed in certain things, but not in everything that they think. I feel like the High Priestesses may feel more, what's good, Jennifer LaRoe, more anxiety, because as we get closer and closer to this tipping point or the 100 monkey theory, that causes the reaction of those coming to the forefront to push against something. Like the anxiety may build. Okay, so you got the Page of Wands coming out here. with the Seven of Pentacles, we're going to make do with what we have when it comes time, because something is going to, like, they're going to take an action that wasn't well thought out. It causes an immediate, remember what the card said, the Puma card, that it would just be instinctual, right? It causes immediate reaction with or without enough. Remember, Spirit said that we've been here before, but we were here before with even less, right? So what happens is, like, we're like, fucking 2 tears in a bucket, like, let's go, go, because we ain't about to take this one lying down. We ain't about to just lick our wounds. We ain't about to give up, things in the future. All right, we're going to stand for our independence, right? We're going to call upon the all consciousness, right? We're going to make the decision. So what if it's fucking hard, right? We've been here before. We're going to handle the handle, right? So you got the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Spirit, why is this King of Cups here at the bottom of the deck? Well, I told you in the beginning when I saw this was the Emperor with no clothes. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. And look what it came out to, Hangman. All right. So with the Five of Wands, okay, so the conflict that he thinks will cause him to be able to be in power is the same conflict that causes him to be stuck. Okay. And what did I say? Like, there was this energy of, like, we're about to run up in this shit. Spirit reinforced this this yesterday when my coworker sold me 2 18-pack of yard eggs for $5 each. You better know it, because before you came in, I was just saying that on the news today, they put up that eggs are going to go up by 42%. So imagine if the prices are now, imagine what they're going to be. Okay. So, what they think will stop something or cage something is really actually going to be reversed. Okay. Underneath that King of Cups with the Emperor has no clothes, the system, buy chickens, right? The system here with the Seven of Cups, it is the wrong, like, it's not built on the right thing. That castle, I'm gonna show each camera, is not on a solid foundation. It's smoke and mirrors. And this person was hoping that the smoke and mirrors would hold up and that we would fold. Right? And the Ten of Swords comes out to that, right? Yes, we're betrayed, we're floored, we couldn't believe it, right? But the Two of Cups, we're gonna come together, right? After a period of everybody realizing that it doesn't matter who you are, the two options are the same. What's good, Anna, right? And I want to know why certain people, they're not showing their chats. Yep, smoke and mirrors, and they're running out of time, right? With the Five of Pentacles, right? The fact that so many groups, okay, so follow what I'm saying, so many individual groups, right? The LGBTQ, Hispanics, African Americans, it doesn't matter, right? Every group, right? They're doing something, DEI, this, that, the third, right? So what ends up happening is that everybody feels like they're being pushed out in the cold. So then, doesn't that change the tables? I'm going to explain what I'm saying. If people voted along lines that they thought made other people out of the club and then in the club, and then after they casted their vote, they realized that all they did was vote for the club to get smaller, and they are no longer in that club. and they realize that they are really not part of that club, but actually looking outside. What's good, Scorpio? Right? Then they recognize, oh, it's a caste system. They just use these other arguments to separate individual groups so that collectively our vote would not be strong enough to fight. Round one, fight for your life, right? You get it? So it was never about the LGBTQ or this or that. Excuse me. It was never about brown people, black people, women. It was about control and keeping the powerful powerful, and those that are the other arguing amongst themselves so that they don't have the ability to stop the changes that are going to be forced upon them to make that system continue. And because there's two factions of that continuation, one that is based on finances and greed, and one that is based on forcing others to comply to one small group's religious, right? Because we're not talking about, I don't want to ever demonize any one religion, whether or not, I may feel, right, my personal beliefs on a particular religion. What we're seeing is a segment, a small segment of a particular religion wants to hijack what it means for that entire, right? I'm sitting here and Spirit is saying, and hopefully I'm wrong, but I feel like maybe by the end of this week, we get news of the Pope who might be going on to another realm. We need to pay attention to the next installation. And that's going to say a lot about how things are going to shake out. You understand? Right now, we're in early, we're about to hit spring. For those of you that are planting, now is the time, okay? 10 of Cups, okay? Especially if you can become somewhat self-reliant, okay? I am not saying that college is bad. Okay, I'm not saying that because I think in some ways they don't want people going to college right now because they want to keep us out of certain spots. But I want to tell you something. For your youngsters that are just coming out of high school, get them in a trade, yo. If it's welding, electrician, those people, male or female, will continue to have work. Okay? Yeah. Plant, but don't put it outside until after the last frost date where you are at. Correct. Now you can start your little seedlings indoors, whatever, right? You can start in the house and then just put them in the ground, I feel like in the next couple of weeks, there may be some occurrences that bring some sadness, but it also brings some reactionary energy. Yeah, my father told me that in the 80s, I have a blue collar family. Yeah, no, seriously, especially for the young men, if you know, especially if they're of color. Like if you really want to lock them in where they're going to be, you know, they're going to have some longevity, you know, get them into a trade. Okay. Um, they will have less loans to repay. Some programs in some states are free. And it's going to be, you know, they're going to have more opportunities than, let's say, somebody, you know, in the 80s they were pushing for us to have, you know, business jobs, right? But those jobs I feel like are going to go first. Sorry guys. Okay. um AI. Okay. And then when what's left, because remember we have been talking about this before all this shit happened, about how AI was already going to be replacing a bunch of jobs, right? So let's say we take those out. Let's say that was just 20% of the jobs, right? Because of where we are right now, at, you know, technologically speaking, right? So then they cancel DEI because they're like, well, you know, we're going to be cutting the low hanging fruit. What are the biggest groups that are educated in this country, like Black women, right? So they're going to be getting the higher jobs, right? Because of what they are able to do, right? So they got to cut from the bottom, right? Cut the fat, right? To bring in unskilled workers, whoever they may be. I'll leave that to you, right? You see what I'm saying? And then as AI continues, right, to advance, and it's going to be advancing quickly. Why? Because we have DeepSeek, we have Chat GPT, we have Wakanda Forever, right? We have all these things, right, that is teaching AI to think like us, process like us. So it every month there's going to be new advances, which means that it'll be more than 20% of jobs that they can now fill, which also means that these people are going to be trying to put people who are not, right? They're going to be like, okay, so let's get rid of DEI because we need white male employment. We want them to get the jobs first. Are you following? All right. But power to the purse, ladies. Who spends the money? Money, 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 money. Right? So, King of Cups with the Eight of Wands, right? We need to make ourselves heard financially. If you are in a partnership, right, they may not be paying attention to the same things that you're paying attention to. You may have to say, hey, you know, we need to make sure that we're maybe living the lifestyle that we're accustomed to, but by shifting it to keeping our resources within our communities, the sun, because we're more powerful than we believe, and the Four of Wands, and we're going to have to make our own peace and harmony, and also show that we are not going back and that we're living out loud. Fuck that, right? And the Judgment card, right? And that we can still be financially solvent on our own. That's where we're headed. Because what goes up must come down. They think we're going to be sitting over at somebody's place asking for something, but that ain't going to be us because they not like us. They not like us. Right here goes the star. Right, we're going as a collective. We're already understanding, making shifts that that barter systems, that you know, buying from small mom and pop shops, you know, leaving the big box stores alone. Um, all of this, right? Okay. I also see I'm seeing more white women. If you could view it like a picket line, they're crossing the picket line. Like, no, we're not for this. Let me just send this text real quick. Okay, so I feel like this is what is at play. Okay, and as well, what they think will be forced upon us as a collective, because remember, I said this is a caste system that they have people viewing in a different manner. Okay, so with this Four of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, they're going to try to sell us something, like say, well, this is for your own good, but we're not buying that. Okay, you see that face? Okay, that's definitely, I don't believe you, right? 10 of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to control our own purse. Okay, but they're really going to try some stuff. All right, they're going to get blocked with most of it, but some of it will go through, and that is going to cause a reaction, a conflict. Okay, I'm gonna see from this deck what spirit. Let me get some of these cards out of here, and I'm gonna pull from another deck before we get up out of here, because I still have some things I need to do today before I leave. But I wanted to come on. Let me get some of these up so I can have some room. I feel like try not to tune out. Okay, try not to tune out, to be so overwhelmed that you step away, because they're kind of hoping that we check out and that we just let it happen. Okay, but I feel like there's something that comes that pushes the envelope, pushes, and it causes, okay, causes a reaction. Okay, I just saw something. Yeah, the Judge and the Artist. I haven't caught a live in so long. Hello, hey Teresa. So I feel like the judicial system holds something up, something that has to do with the arts or creativity or something. Okay, doesn't allow them to go all the way in and do something that they wanted to do. And it feels like this could be to a creative people, or this could be to the underserved, or to young people. Okay, something that is that they're pushed up against, that they're not allowing them to do. Okay, warrior, come out and play. Okay, I feel like this something is being forced on the comedian. But I feel like he has to take a semi-bad bill or deal that takes something from him, but he lives to fight another day. And at which point It feels like Europe steps in. Spirit, can you show me? There is also Bernie Sanders been going all over the country speaking. I feel like there's going to be more voices, leaders coming out. Okay. About ways to resist something, or inventive ways to push back. Okay. And history will not be kind to this situation. Okay, there's something about reward father and teacher. They also think, and I don't know if they'll actually do this, but they think that if they send out some checks that it'll be okay and everybody will forget. Let it all work out, right? Lover and hunter. Okay, I also feel like they're gonna say something really fucking absurd about this person's son, and how something with the computer or the laptop now warrants a checking out. Do you understand what I'm saying? A threat to check this person out because of a laptop, when in reality they were just trying to go after people, and this person was pardoned. Do you understand? The comedian is being forced to take something that he doesn't necessarily want to take to protect his land and to get what he needs to protect his land. Okay, so he's got to drink something that is bad, but I feel like in the end he gets to hold on. Okay, he gets to hold on. That is the biggest thing. Okay, anything else, Spirit? There's a transit of importance. Its final approach, returning home, call the change, and the wizard. I'm taking this as Mars returning to Leo. When does let's look up when Venus a retrograde ends, because I wonder if this is similar timing. Okay. April 12th. All right, perfect. Thank you, my love. So this is the deal. Venus comes out. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say something now. This is very important. And please do remember this. Okay. Venus will come out of retrograde April 12th, but she will be in the house of Pisces, the house of hidden enemies, the house of what of self-undoing, the house of not being able to see something. And then she has to go forward. Okay. But on April 17th, Mars returns to Leo and will be facing off against Pluto in Aquarius. This is going to set up the jump off. It's going to be unexpected. It can be caused by an action of a hidden enemy or an unseen thing, and that's going to cause the go time. Thank you guys for the love. Do you understand? Mid-April. That's my prediction. especially around the time from 4/11 to 4/17. Highlight a couple days before, a couple days after. Okay? But it feels like the culmination which is like the building up or the heightened point, culmination of not being able to wait any longer. And the urgency of the Puma, which I read in the beginning of the reading. And the instinctual behaviors that will precede that. That may seem daunting, but in reality are a necessary action taken by the lioness for the good of the pride. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Look out for that. I am going to be going away. I didn't say publicly where I'm going just yet, but do stay tuned because I will be popping up from some very nice location and we will be doing some content, some remote content. Okay, so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys. All right. And my Patreon gang, I shall see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much, Project Execute. I will see you all tomorrow in my Patreon so we can have a powwow before I leave. I'm wishing you a light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, gang.